is in my head. Your son is so loud in my head now that I'm telling you, sometimes I will see your name pop up in my head when I'm just driving my car, and then I'll get a message. It's like, she's not here right now. Like, I have to remind the dead that I'm not just an open book, that they can't just come in anytime. And it's funny because that happened a few days before the group. It was a couple Tuesdays ago, I think, right? And you wanted to come to the group, but you sent me an email like 20 minutes before the group started, and I didn't see it yet. So I wasn't able to help you get on at that time. And there was something about a blockage, and he was doing that. He's like, that was me. Make sure she knows that that was me. That every little thing's going to be okay, but where there's a will, there's a way, and that some things have to fall apart so things can come to better things can come together. And I could feel the frustration in the email. And he's like, I got this. Just tell my mom to stop freaking out. I got this. I'm going to make this better for her. And that's why he told me, you give my mom that free ticket. She's next week's sharer of the week. And I was like, well, she was sharer of the week a few weeks ago. And there's like a couple of months ago, there's some people here who've never had it. He's like, do I look like I care? And he has access to me all the time. So I'm like, no, you're right. You can bug me. I'm just going to, you win, sharer of the week. Here we go. There's a message there, which is that he can do anything and he's not gone, and he just proved it. So you got to take your mute off for me again, because I muted you again while we were all doing this. But we're starting with him.
Okay, there.
Do you have a focus for him? Because he's already told me how he died. He's already told me all of that. So if I could, I'm guessing this is who you want to talk to. It better be, because he's going to haunt me. But if there's something that you want his insight on, or something, like if there is a focus you want him specifically to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, he's just going to jump in and talk about whatever he wants to talk about.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You want that?
Yep, that's fine.
All right. Sometimes, though, I say this to you guys because you got to remember this happened last week. So I'm going to say it at the beginning of this group for everybody to hear. Is sometimes I'll ask you guys at the beginning, do you got to focus? And then you guys will say no. And then I'll do your reading. And then you'll be like, okay, now I got 5 questions. Start with those. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. Both feet flat on the floor. Sorry, I got a giggle because he's already showing me something in the last day since the solar eclipse has turned up the spirit volume so dramatically that I'm getting bigger visuals. I'm hearing things more dramatically. And as soon as you connected your feet to the floor, we didn't even get started yet. He just showed me, he's like, see how good looking I am? I'm like, dude, come on. Let's try this again. Feet on the floor. Close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. I got you. Okay. He's kind of funny. He's like, I'm not a yoga instructor. Because he's sitting there telling me to do deep breaths, breathe deep. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm not a yoga instructor. Make sure she knows, breathe deep. I feel like he's coaching. He's trying to tell you to relax. Everything's going to be okay. He's literally, where there's a will, there's a way. But the big message here, whatever you're trying to create here moving forward, because he's showing me a path that you're trying to get from where you are to where you want to go. He needs you to know that the route that you're trying to take has detours and pitfalls, and you can't see them, but they can. So you're being rerouted in another way. It might take a little bit longer, but it's like taking, do you live in Calgary?
No, I live in Ontario.
Oh, you won't understand this. Well, maybe you will. So Calgary has a ring road that goes all the way around the city, and it has no lights or anything. So it's longer in some ways, but it's a lot faster than trying to go through the city with a bunch of lights and stops and starts and detours. You see what I'm saying? So he's like, Mom, we're going this way. We're taking the long, it might look long, but you're going 100 miles an hour and you're going to get there a lot faster than the way you were trying to go. That is a huge message. It's not just for you two, it's for his sister, because you're both in a very similar vibration. Very similar vibration. I don't know if it's the same issue you're dealing with or if it's just we're in a similar vibration.
Yeah. I work at a candy factory and it's very physical work. I'm a
Yeah.
machine operator. So I went back to school to do my business and payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started my um last two classes again.
You said again?
Yeah,
So
I had to take those two classes. I was taking them, I was doing the schooling when he passed away. Yeah.
I wonder he's so excited about this. Okay. That's why he's showing me you might have had to take the long route, but
Mm.
it's actually going to get you there faster. Because now that you're taking it again, I got the message. Because now that you're taking it again, he's on the other side and he's loud and proud. Let me tell you, he's talking to you all the time. You are hearing him. Something made you text me and go, why is this getting blocked? Like you voiced it, you talked about it, and he's like, done, on it, fixed. Just like that. Because he's here with you. This school feels like he's showing me 80s, 90s honor roll. When you're taking it this time, have you had like tests? Have you already started school?
I had a test and I've done the first um lesson last week.
Did you get a really good mark on it? Have you got it back yet?
Yeah, I got everything back and it was everything except my test was 100%.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's telling me that your marks are amazing. And that wasn't the case last time before he passed. There was
No.
too much other stuff going on. You were too
Mm.
stressed. There was too many stops, starts, detours. Do you understand now why he was saying we're not taking the city route, we're going the long way? It seems longer, but
Mhm.
it's actually faster. Now you have wisdom and experience and you're going to kick ass at this. And you have him whispering in your head the answers because he's over there with the textbook going, this answer, Mom, this answer. And not just that, but you're so much more prepared than you think you are. Just
Mhm.
like last week, you were never blocked because he's gotten through so many times that he knew he was going to be able to get you through here again. It's like you're never blocked. Even if you think you're blocked, even if you think you're stalled, you're not. You just got to say, okay, show me the right way. If it's not this way, then what's the right answer? He's hitching up a truck. I don't know why he keeps doing that. He's hitching a truck.
I don't know.
I'm seeing a truck hitch specifically. Does somebody need a hit? Who's got a truck?
I don't have a truck. I have an SUV and it we've talked about getting a trailer hitch put on it.
Thank you. Because he's got it. He's like, it's
Oh,
already done, Mom. I got the hitch. Now that's
oh, okay.
very specific. I can't know that. It's a big deal
Yeah.
because this hitch is going to give you the ability to have freedom, to be able to go and do what you want to do. It's going to take your sister with you as well. His sister, not your sister. You know what I mean?
Oh, daughter.
Yes, your daughter, his sister. You can tell that I'm getting the information from him because I'm hearing take the sister, take the family, take, you know what I mean? And it's just a validation of things going on in your life right now, conversations you're having that I can't know. That's what this is about. He's like, I'm right here with you, Mom. I'm hearing everything that's going on. I know you guys need that. And I want Dad to know on record this is being recorded and uploaded so that when that trailer hitch comes in, 50% off, or somebody just brings it to you, or somehow it synchronistically aligns easier than you expect, that he'll know it came from your son.
Oh, okay.
That way, every time you go camping or wherever it is that you need that trailer hitch for, where every time you go, you're going to know he's there with you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like not missing out on a thing, let me tell you. He's so proud of you that you're going back to school. And your daughter is going back to school as well, isn't she?
No, but she's in a job right now. She hates it. They're
I
awful.
know. This is
And
what I'm. He's like, she needs to go back to school too. Like, remember I said you guys are in a similar energy?
mhm. And well, she started her own cleaning business. It's just she wants everything boom, boom, boom. And like she's got to have patience to build it up. And so if she would just give it like be patient, I think it it could work.
It's interesting that you're saying that to me on the same day that I talked about today what success really is. Did you see my live earlier?
No, I you were already talking to the girl, the lady that you were talking to. I got done work, and when I come home, I seen you were on. I'll watch it later.
Oh, definitely. Because it's exactly what you just said here. Um,
Okay.
it's about, I got up here today and I was talking about how lucky and blessed that I feel for being able to do this work. Because I saw a TikTok right before I did my live, and the TikTok said, if you didn't have a car payment and a rent payment and or a mortgage or bills to pay or have to pay for food, would you still be working the job that you're working right now? Would you still be doing that every day? And if the answer is no, then I ask you, why are you in that right now anyway? Because this is why I said I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world. Because if I had $1 billion, I would still be doing this job. If I had zero bills, I would still be doing this job. Because I get to get up here every day and make somebody's dreams come true. I get to help people and feel satiated and blessed by that. Most people don't get that. So that's success. And if you define success as rich and wealthy and ease and all of that kind of stuff, then you're sadly mistaken. What you're actually going to find is the higher you go up that ladder, the more controlled, obligated, busy, frustrated you usually get, right? Let's look at the most famous successful person in history. Let's take Elvis Presley, for example, right? This is an example I use. Do you like Elvis Presley? Who here likes Elvis? Hands up. How about he's not gone and you can hear his music anytime you want? How about the version of success that was pushed on him being the most famous person in the entire world? Yeah? What he was owned, he was operated, he was drugged, he was forced, he was, you know what I mean? All of those things. So he faked his own death and went underground. He's now Pastor Bob Joyce. Go look him up. He's been running a church for 20 years, 40 years now. He's still singing. You'll see, that's Elvis Presley. And his success, he realized, was not the riches, the fame, the drugs, the all of that. That comes with control. That comes with a lot of stuff. What I'm trying to get at here for your daughter is that she needs to redefine her definition of success here. Because I tell you something, if she's cleaning people's houses and stuff, she needs to look at this as, what is she giving in this world? What is the blessing that she's going out there and giving every day? How lucky is she be able to get up every single day and do a job that she loves and to be able to help people and make them happy? Like, who's happier to come home to a clean house? Right?
Mm,
And if you're living your purpose every day, then it's just a matter of time until all of the abundance comes in. But I promise you, in the meantime, God will pay the bills. He will provide. You will have a roof over your head. You will have food in your belly. You will have your bills paid, maybe not until the hour until they're due, but they will be paid. Your job is to live your purpose, knowing that you're giving to the people that need it. You're doing what you need to do, and God will do the rest. If you define yourself with success as rich and wealthy and all of those things, then it takes you to a different path, you understand? If you want a life, happiness isn't having money and abundance and being able to go on vacation all the time. I promise you that. Happiness comes from having a life of purpose and meaning and doing things that are making yourself and other people happy, like feel good and meaningful. That's happiness. Does that make sense?
hmm
So he's saying that you know what, if she can focus on being so happy of and happy to help the people that she's helping. Stop looking at it as I'm being taken advantage of, or it's too much work on me, or it's, you know what I mean? Fine tune it so she only does the work that she can feel good about doing.
Hmm.
And that's when it will blow up. If she does work she doesn't feel good about doing, then that's going to block her from receiving more clients that feel good. Her job is to focus on what feels good, and that will expand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I know it's a bit of a complicated message, but that's the second time that's come out in one day. So there's a lot more people that need to hear that.
Hmm.
And go look up Pastor Bob Joyce. I tell you, he's still sexy. He's like 65, and I'm sick for even thinking it, but he's still sexy. Just saying. Listen to him sing. Oh, he's like, and remember, I love you, Mama. Remember, I love you, and I'm here, and we can do anything together. Together. Because he's not gone. Okay. As he's pulling his energy back, he's trying to show me one last thing. Hold on. Slow that down. What are you showing me here? I feel you said you worked at a candy company, right?
Yes.
Because he's showing me some kind of candy and he's really unimpressed with my candy vocabulary, if that makes sense. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Hold on.
A watermelon.
It looks like almost, I feel like I'm looking at like a Jolly Rancher, but I'm pretty sure it's not a Jolly Rancher. I'm seeing little colorful candies, and I'm not sure why he's talking about it, but he's like talking about it in a way like it's new or it's really cool or it's really awesome and he's really excited about this, or you're working at his favorite candy station or something. I don't know if you change stations. There's something about what you're doing right now that he's like, yo, that's my favorite.
Um, every day we do different candy. And right
Yes.
now, lately, we've been doing a lot of it's a starch candy. They're like watermelon rings, peach rings, apple rings. Um, and we send them to California, and they're infusing them with marijuana oil.
Shut up. No wonder he's like, yeah, I really like that. Oh my gosh, you got to talk about the candy. Talk about the candy. And I'm like, is it like Jolly Ranchers? He's like, and something like that. You don't have this in your vocabulary. I'm really, no wonder he's really unimpressed with me because I do smoke a little bit of marijuana, not when I'm working, but I don't do edibles because I'm old school, right? I don't do edibles. So I don't have a vocabulary for that. So he's disappointed with me as a marijuana smoker. I gotcha.
I like the edibles, but they don't like me.
They
I
don't do
had a bad
anything for me.
reaction.
Oh,
Yeah, I had a bad. The little berries I had, the bears, they didn't bother me, but the this bigger thing did, and yeah, so I don't touch it anymore. But
he loves working with you while you're doing it, though. In fact, I feel like he thinks it's funny. Like there was a day and age my parents were telling me, put the weed down. What are you doing? No drugs. Now my mom's making them. I'm right there with her. He's like, yeah. Oh, funny guy. And I love that he was showing me like stations. It was almost like I was walking around at a science fair to like different stations or something. You know what I mean? Aw. I hope you know he's with you. He loves you so much. He's pulling his energy back and he's like, remind dad about that hitch, hey? Remind dad about that hitch. Aw. All right. I hope that was helpful, hon.
yep, thank you.
You're welcome. June, I gotta come to you. How are you? You just gotta take your mute off, hon.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that.
Oh, I can mute you, but June's gotta
No,
take her
it's
mute
okay.
off. There you go. I just don't know how to unmute somebody. It won't let me unmute you, but I can mute you.
Oh,
I already muted you. I wish I had that ability with my children. I seriously do. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Mute, mute. Yeah, all the moms are yesing. June, your mute's still on though. You got to click the little microphone button or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how to. I can ask you to unmute, but I can't unmute it for you. And, oh, where'd she go? There she is. She moved around. Did we lose somebody? No? Weird. Okay. I I might have to read somebody else while you try. Oh, there we go.
No, I'm good. Gotcha.
As soon as I say that I have to read somebody else, I heard, I don't think so. And you're like, nope, got it.
Nope, gotcha.
Who do you want me to connect to, hun?
Pops.
That's your dad?
Yeah,
Because you got one on each side. Is your mom on the other side as well?
yes.
Oh, they're both here. You said Pops. She's like, I don't care. I'm here too. Make sure you tell her I'm here too, because he doesn't get to come anywhere. He doesn't go without me. What do you mean just Pops? Well, how about Mom and Pops? Like, that's what I heard.
Thanks, Grace.
Aw. Okay. You ready to do this? You got to put both feet flat on the floor for me, though. Are your feet on the
Yep,
floor?
yep,
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay. Are you wearing slippers?
Socks.
Interesting. Okay. Feet on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, here we go. Your parents stepped forward hand in hand with the heart around the two of them. They got the yellow and the red rose that they wrapped together. So that either means that they were separated or divorced before they passed, or they were best friends. And I'm telling you, they have found love and friendship again on the other side. Because when I see the yellow and the red rose intertwined, it means we are back together or together. I feel like they were still married, I think, before they passed away. Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is like my best friend, like the relief to be back together. Your mom will not let go of his hand, even when you said bring Pop. She's like, yeah, what the heck? I'm coming. I ain't leaving him. I spent enough time without him. I'm here too. Where did you go? Isn't that funny? Then we lost you. There we are. Did you have a call come through?
Nope.
What
Just
happened there?
trying to get you bigger. There.
Oh,
Now you're
I
good.
see. But you can hear me okay?
I gotcha.
Okay. So your dad stepped forward with a rose right away. He stepped forward with a rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. And I feel gratitude. So I don't know if his birthday and anniversary or some special day around him just passed or is coming up, but do you understand that?
My mother's birthday just passed, and mine's coming.
I can hardly hear you, hun. I just need you to. There we go.
My mother's birthday just passed, and mine's coming.
Yeah. So this is why I was wondering, why is it he the one with the rose and not mom? And it's because he's the one wishing you guys a happy birthday.
Very best.
He's talking about your hair. I must have read for him before because he's like, I'm not telling you how I died again. I've already done that a couple of times. So he won't do
Yeah.
that. But he wants to talk about your hair. He's like, it's so beautiful. Can you just tell her I like her hair? I love the hair. I love your hair. Did you
Thank
just get
you.
it done or like you did?
Yeah. For my trip to Jamaica, remember reading for me?
No.
Yes.
When did I read for you? Like how long? I know I've read for you before. I just don't remember when or what I said to you.
About a month ago, not even about 3 weeks ago now.
Oh wow.
And I
I'm
had a
so.
message from my son, and we seen the big fish.
Oh, that's some of that is, I do see some of that rings a little bit of bells, but so I did
Jamaica.
a reading and told you to watch for the whales or watch for the big fish. I remember saying
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And you saw them?
Yeah.
Oh, your mom loves that.
Yeah,
She
we had
needs
a
you
good
to know,
time.
huh?
We had a good time.
She's giving you binoculars. What is with the binoculars?
Hmm, don't know.
I feel like I'm on a boat and I'm looking across the water very far away, and she's giving me binoculars. She's like, this would be easier. Did somebody
Could
use
have
their
been.
phone and try to zoom in with a phone?
Yeah, yeah,
You're trying to get a bigger picture or something? Like she's giving me binoculars and saying, we needed this. This would have made it so much easier. They're using phones.
yes,
She loved it. She loved that you guys took that trip. I feel so honored. She's showing me the seashells or the sand. She's talking about
yeah.
finding the shells or the something in the sand.
Oh, yeah.
What did you find?
A blue sea glass, what I thought was a
I
blue sea glass, and it
thought
said
it.
peace from the pool.
Oh my gosh. She's like, close enough. Come on. You got to get
It was.
picky.
It was
What?
good. It was funny.
She's rolling up her sleeves. She's like, this is fun. It is fun sending you messages when I know that you know it's us. It is fun. She's
Yeah.
liking it. Did you hear my live earlier where I talked about did you hear that live earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, I missed it.
Because I got the Tracy and Tracy. Oh my God, blows my mind. So a message came through on my live yesterday for a lady, and her dad, at the end of the reading, told her to plant the garden and that he would be there with her in the garden. And that's really beautiful, considering I didn't know the whole family is gardeners. Gardening is extremely important to them. And on the back of his memorial card, there is a poem that is like God's garden or God's garden for dad or something. It's a poem about dad being in the garden with God. And that's literally on the back of his memorial. So she sent me this memorial, right? And when she
Yeah.
sent me to it, I was drawn to the name at the very bottom of that picture. I'll show it to you again. Is the name of the funeral home that they used to lay her father to rest. Right?
Yeah.
See, this is the whatever you call it, the memorial card where that
Yeah.
he's on, the poem on the back. Now let me zoom
Yeah.
in to the name of the funeral company that they used to lay her father to rest.
Oh,
The name of the company they used to lay her father to rest was Tracy. So they used Tracy to lay him to rest, and he used Tracy to bring himself back to life.
imagine.
That's what's coming
Funny.
through for you. Your mom is saying, just like that, I'm coming back to life. This, when you said it was fun, she's like, oh yeah, it's fun. She does a lot of the talking for your dad because he's the muscle behind it and she feels like the mouth, if that makes sense. Do you understand that?
She wasn't before.
She was,
But she wasn't before.
sorry?
She wasn't before. She was never like that before.
Beep. That's emphasis. I don't know if you guys picked that up. That's spirit emphasis. Some beep, beep, beep. It did it 3 more times. What's important about what you just said is that your mom feels like she's not holding back on that side. She's got peace. She's got relief. She's got all of her energy and her love coming out. It's like, I'm free. I can say whatever I want. He's going to stand back a bit and let me do the talking. That's how free she is on that side because she's not reserved. She's not holding that in anymore. She's free.
Good. What do they see for work for me?
Isn't that funny after the question, after not an order in that? It's not an accident in the
Mm-hmm.
order that these messages come through, is it? And we were just
Mm-hmm.
talking about work. That message has been coming through a lot today. Okay, slow this down. Your dad's definitely coming in on this one. I think your dad worked more than your mom, didn't he?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Because he's like, I know more about this subject than you do. Can I talk on this one, please? And then I felt like my head hurt, which is tension and stress.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to make a shift, but I see fear, which means either one of two things. It either means flee everything and run, or it means It means, what's the other one? Face everything and rise, I believe is how it goes. I might have that a little bit mixed up, but something along those lines.
Right.
And I just feel like you're being forced into making a decision. Do you understand that? What I mean by that is that feels like you've been in a job for some time, a job or a career that you've done for some time, that it feels like,
Yeah, a little bit.
but it's not comfortable anymore. For
Okay.
whatever reason, it's not comfortable as it used to be or satisfying as it used to be. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I mean about being squished. Is that is how, so if you're going to have a baby, how do you know when the baby's ready?
Yeah, you're squashed. You have to
You get
contract.
tension, you get pressure, you get pain sometimes. And why does that happen? It makes you move. It makes you go to the doctor. It makes you go to the hospital. It makes you go to the place where you can receive what you've asked for. If you've been asking for fulfillment and satisfaction in your work and it's not possible to find in the environment that you're in, it's going to become so tense and so uncomfortable that you will leave that environment. It will birth you into a new environment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like you're being squished,
Yeah.
but it's the best squishing you've ever had because it's just like birth. The second that you make the shift, the pain is gone, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it will be.
What I see around work, in other words, is that you're making a change into, it feels like doing the same job in a different way with more excitement, more pay, more meaning and fulfillment. But you have to face everything and rise. Do not flee. Do not let fear dictate whether or not you take that step.
Right. Right.
Your dad's really proud of you for that. It's like this moment of courage. It feels like he said that you've had this idea before, but you didn't have the strength, the courage, the motivation, the discipline. The timing was just off. There was something about it. And now, this time, it's like all roads lead to Rome. It's like everything, all the dots are connecting. Everything is adding up. You're in the right place, right moment, right time. It's like called a leap of faith, I keep hearing though, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. But and then he just brought partner or something in your hand. Like he showed me that somebody else is going to be helping you or working with you, and he said you can
Okay.
trust that.
Okay.
Do you understand what he's talking
Okay.
about?
Okay.
So in
Want me
these
to write
types
it?
of questions, I like to pull a card and see if what the card matches what I just said.
Okay.
So show me what's going on for this. Ha ha. Okay, I want to see if the card matches what I just said. Done. What is this? Temperance. Careful control of volatile factors. You know what temperance does? She takes the unknown and the unseen and manifests it into the known and the seen. She takes the idea and creates it into a workable manifestation moving forward, which is exactly what we were just talking about, right?
Okay.
And what's even funnier is this card's on the bottom of the deck. Gut intuition. The high priestess is about instinct, intuition, knowing in your gut of guts, heart of hearts, what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what your parents just said. You already know you're supposed to go on this one, on this journey, on this creating this new thing in your world. You're supposed to move out of your old comfort zone and into this new beautiful beginning, but you're not supposed to have fear. You're supposed to trust your gut that this is where you're supposed to go and create, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do right now. This is a fate card too,
Yes.
honey, which means that you can't shake these fate cards. See, the minor arcana, this is a fate card too. You got two fate cards. There's 22 cards, fate cards in the deck, and there is 56 minor arcana. The fate cards, the major arcana, are the major situations that we all go through at some point in time. The minor arcana are how we deal with those situations. This is a life situation you are supposed to go through. You're not going to be able to shake this. Either you take the leap of faith willingly and excitedly,
Is it
and
where I'm at or do I move? Because I've just changed jobs, sort of. I'm doing new things there.
okay,
Or does he see a move?
They understood the assignment. So if you move, let me tell you this. Look at, see what are they
Yeah,
doing? Travel, moving. See that?
yeah,
But this is somebody coming in to help you. See, this is a mother and a child. This is like a
yeah.
family. This is a person that needs help. This is somebody coming in to help you. What did your dad say before I pulled the cards? They said, let's see if the cards back that up. He said he's connecting you with somebody that will be able to help you and move you where you got to go. You're like, should I move? Would moving be the right answer? Moving, it seems like, would, whoops, get your ducks in a row. This is ducks in a row. This is getting everything together and being satisfied and confident in that energy. And it feels like if you moved, you would be somewhere where you're a lot more confident and able to access the help that you need to be able to do this job. Yes, you
Yeah,
should move. That's also going to require a leap of faith.
yeah. I have no trouble with the move part. It's just see what comes up next
That's
after the.
where that's where they're saying you can't see, sometimes you can't know the whole path. You just have to know the next step.
Yeah,
And remember that high priestess card? She's talking about you already know inside that this is supposed to be where you're and what you're supposed to do. Take that leap of faith, invest in that, and get excited about it because it's going to blossom. When you take a leap of faith, it will always work out in your favor. You might not be able to see how now, but it will. When you make a decision based on fear, it's going to blow up in your face every single time. Every single time.
yeah, yeah. You told me.
You got this. They love you so much, and your father especially is very excited about this journey coming up. Because it feels like he likes the work that you're doing. He likes business. He likes work. It feels like. Do you understand that?
Hmm.
Because he's talking about how much he likes work. What do you do?
Too much. I'm supervisor, and I'm a service worker too.
It's funny. You say I'm super.
I do laundry.
Pardon?
I'm in laundry.
Doesn't matter. You're the boss, he said, and he likes to be the boss.
I also do 5 other jobs.
Wow. Do them
I look
the
after
ones
people.
that make you feel happy, that give you purpose and meaning, and that make you
Yeah,
feel like when you wake up, you're like, yes, I get to help that person today. When I go to bed and I see the faces of the people of you guys that message me and stuff and tell me how much it helps you and blah, 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 I'm telling you, you can't put a price on that. How many people get to go to work and come home and feel that way?
right.
Focus on that, and God and your parents will do the rest for you. But I want you to remember fear means face everything and rise, or flee everything and run. Your choice.
I don't run to work. I don't run to.
I know. I love the whales, just so you know. She keeps bringing me back to the whales. Your mom's like, loved
It was
that
fish.
vacation.
It was little fish that I call the big fish. It was
Oh.
I went snorkeling and I could see the fish, but I called them big fish. That was the funny part because I called it a big fish. And you had said we're going to see some big fish together. My son had pointed it out to me. So I laughed when I said, "Look at the big freaking fish."
Uh, that's funny
And my
because
son, that I know, listened to the message now because he says, "Yes, Mom, it's a big fish."
oh, now I
Because you
get the
had told me to send the
reference.
message to my son. Yeah, you had told me to make sure I sent the message to my son.
And you didn't even
He did.
register it at the time when you said that, oh, big fish, but he did.
No,
Do you see
he
what I'm
did.
saying? That's how miraculous spirit is with their alignment and their synchronicities and how they say things. They'll show it to
Yeah,
me whatever way they need to show it to me to get it to line up just like that.
yeah. I've had a few meetings. I've had one meeting at work with um other people involved. And did it hurt me to have those meetings, or was it okay?
Oh,
Did it
never.
work for my good?
No, it didn't hurt you at all. I heard your throat chakra open and I heard, finally, it's about friggin' time. Speaking your truth never hurts you. Ever, ever, ever,
I
ever,
worried
ever.
because I worried because now it's not as maybe the person's not picking up the phone as much as what she did before. I'm wondering. I worry that
But
it'll
then
affect
it's
her.
not your bus.
Yeah, Okay.
Here's the thing, if you lay your boundaries down and now somebody can't meet them, be grateful for that because that
Okay.
means that they're not going to bring you the respect, the money, the time, the energy that
Right.
you request from somebody. So if
Okay.
you speak your truth and somebody runs away from that, let them go. They are not your people. And they can't, no matter how much you need their business, there's somebody else that will give you better business, that will take you in the direction you want to go. It's like I had to block a drug addict that her and her friends kept scamming me. And then she wants me to
Yes.
believe she didn't have anything to do with it. And she's like, please don't block me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. And
Right.
here's the thing,
Yeah.
I have to block her. Because even
Yes.
though I don't hate her, I have to block her because letting her
Yes.
in my circle brings danger to me and everybody else that I care about. So I have to keep my boundaries up.
Yeah.
Never feel bad about speaking your
Oh no, I've blocked
boundaries.
somebody. Oh yes, I've basically spoken up. And I have spoken up in the past, but I'm hoping this new person will
And the other
acknowledge.
thing I want you to remember when you say that is when you speak your truth and somebody shies away from it, somebody else will just come in to fill that place. Because whenever one thing is done, something new comes in. You've heard that saying before, when one door closes, another one opens. Literally, it might take a few days, but it will
Yes.
happen.
Okay.
And I want to say this, remember that every weapon formed against you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper when you pray about it. And
Okay.
let's use that situation with my birthday. You saw that whole shit show that happened on my birthday, yeah?
Right. Right.
All I wanted that day was what? A steak. That's all I freaking wanted. I just wanted a
Yeah.
steak. And
Yeah.
that was a weapon formed against me. But it didn't prosper that day. Huh. It was a
Yeah.
weapon
Because
formed
you're
against
safe.
me. Let me say that better. That turned into a blessing in disguise. But it didn't
Right.
prosper that day. It took a few days. And then I had a client
Yes.
come and tip me with an
Yes.
entire big bag of beef.
Yes.
I got my steak in abundance, even better, but it took a few days. He turned a
So
weapon
why don't
formed
I
against me into a blessing. Huh?
question talk about birthday? I have a birthday coming up and I can't stand my birthday, can't stand Christmas. Why?
Because you have bad self-esteem and you don't love yourself?
I don't know.
Let me, I hate to say it so bluntly, but that's the truth.
No, it's okay.
Because do you think that your children should celebrate their birthday? Do you love them? Would you want them to
Yeah.
love their birthday and celebrate themselves?
Yeah.
The only reason they wouldn't is if they don't love themselves, if they don't feel like they deserve to be celebrated, yeah?
Okay.
When you feel like that, it's because you have two brains. You have your subconscious brain that goes so fast you can't hear it all the time. And then you have your conscious brain that picks out bits and pieces of what your subconscious is saying. Somewhere back there in your subconscious, you're telling yourself, I don't need a party, that I don't want people to have to fuss over me. That's a burden for me. I'm not worth that. I don't need all that fanfare. I don't want anybody else to go out of their way. You're saying all that stuff, which makes you feel like I don't want a birthday. I don't need to celebrate. I don't feel good with people celebrating me. Why not? Why not?
Okay.
You should.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
means you have to wash your soul.
I get very depressed at Christmas.
Yeah,
So,
because you're telling that's your second brain here. That's what's going
okay.
on. So you got to wash your soul, honey. Do you know how to wash your soul?
No,
That's why you feel like that, because you've never washed your soul. If you had never brushed your teeth, how would your teeth feel right now? How would your mouth feel?
terrible.
It'd feel like garbage, right?
Yeah.
So your soul is the same, or washing your soul has the same effect on how you feel about you as brushing your teeth has on how you feel about your oral health. So for example, when you get up in the morning, you discipline yourself for 2 minutes to brush your teeth every single day, right?
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't get up in the morning and go, yay, I get to brush my teeth today. Woo! Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy people do that.
Right.
You still discipline yourself to brush your teeth every single day. Because when you
Yeah.
spend 2 minutes in the mirror every day brushing your teeth, I see you guys, don't worry, I'm coming back. When you spend 2 minutes in the mirror brushing your
Sorry,
teeth
guys.
every single day, then
Yeah.
You go the rest of your life feeling good. You feel good. Your mouth is fresh. You don't even notice it. You don't even think about it. But
Yeah.
if you go just 2 days without brushing your teeth, everywhere you go, you got bad breath. Your mouth
Yeah.
feels fuzzy.
Yeah.
It feels nasty. People are around you going, oof, you stink. They push you away. And if you let it go
Yeah.
in that for long enough, then you got pain. You got rot. That's what you're dealing with right now because you've never washed your soul. Washing your soul has the same effect on how you feel about yourself as brushing your teeth has on your oral hygiene. You spend 2 minutes in the mirror every single day washing your soul, and then everywhere you go for the rest of the day, you feel amazing. You feel on top of the world. And this is how you know you need to wash your soul. When you say things like that to yourself or you're thinking that, I want you to
Right.
understand, I want you to flip the role. If it's when you say something like that to yourself, I want you to ask yourself, is this okay for my son to feel? Is this okay for my children? Do I want to give them this feeling? No?
Okay.
Then you can't teach what you don't have. Your kids grow up and do what you do. They don't grow up and do what you say. So if you don't teach them how to love yourself, if you don't love yourself and show them that prioritizing and loving yourself is okay, then you pass down the information that it's not okay to love yourself. Love other people, but not yourself. We don't celebrate ourselves. We only celebrate other people. That's not a message you want to pass down, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is what you do. Every morning, you get up, you look yourself in the mirror, set your phone timer on for if you want, because the first few times you do this, it feels weird. But after a few times, you're going to feel how good it makes you feel. And what you're going to notice is it dramatically changes the way that you line up with the world. You will line up with things that will be miracles, blessings in disguise. Everything will start changing in miraculous ways around you. This is what you do. You get up in the morning, and I'm going to use you as an example, what you just said. You're going to look yourself, we're going to use your birthday. You look yourself in the eye, and you say, June, I love you. You are important.
Mm.
You are amazing. You are strong. You are confident. You have wisdom and experience to offer this world. And I am so grateful for everything that you do. You deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be pampered once in a while. You deserve the best in this world. And you know what? You deserve to have the best and show your kids that they can have the best too. You deserve to feel
Yeah.
good. You are amazing. Now you go out there in this world and you kick some ass. We're going to have a great,
Mm.
awesome day. Two
Yeah.
minutes. You go on a roll like that, 2 minutes every single morning and watch how that changes. And next time you say, I don't want to celebrate myself, I want you to remember that that is something that you're going to pass down to your kids. Is that okay? It's not okay. It's not okay to treat the people that your kids love like less than. Do you understand
Right.
that? Celebrate yourself. They need you to do that. It teaches them how to
Exactly.
celebrate themselves.
Right.
One last
Very
thing
true.
as we pull their energy back. They just said that's the key pin in what changes it for you in work. See, if you don't think you're good enough to celebrate and worthy enough to do all those fun things and plan the party and have everyone come and tell you how much they love you, which you do deserve, if you don't deserve that from your closest family and friends, how are you ever going to get that from work?
Right.
See how things align similarly? You got to
Yes.
celebrate yourself. It's never too late. And that is a generational, what I used to call generational curses, but there's a better word for it I recently learned. It's called generational transference because you can't teach something you don't know. And you can't give your kids wisdom you don't have. So if you don't know how to love yourself, you transfer that to your children. It's generational transference. But if you break that chain, because obviously your mom, no wonder I just figured it out. Do you understand why she keeps breaking that throat chakra? Why she keeps telling you how healed she is on that side? Because
Yes.
as you break this for you, you break it for her, you break it for your kids, and you break it for every generation that comes after them.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, she loves you so much. She's thanking you. and wanting you to know that it's so much more important than you could have ever realized. And once you decide that you're going to celebrate your birthday and you're going to say, hey guys, mom wants to celebrate. What are we going to do? Figure out what you want to do. It doesn't have to be some big party with like a band and streamers. You can just do what I do to my kids. I just want steak. I don't care how you get it. I just want a freaking steak. And then they will
Yeah.
all come from every corner to bring you steak. And then you feel loved. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to let them pull their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay,
Bye.
Claudia, and I don't remember your friend's name now because I can't see it written in front of me and I'm reading for spirit, so it's all jumbled in my head. Take your mute off and come on back.
Greta, sorry. I'm just at Costco gas bar. I'm the next one up.
And what was your friend's name?
Teresa.
Say that again?
Teresa, like Teresa, but say it Teresa.
That's what's throwing me off because I'm like,
Yeah.
why isn't that registering? I didn't see a Okay, got it. So
It
when you're
looks like
going for
Teresa.
Teresa, but at least I'm going to say it properly, so that's a good
That's
thing.
right. We did it. That's why her phone died, apparently.
That's funny. Who did we just lose?
No. Who did you just read for?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Leela's still here. I've already read for her. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. It gets me all confused sometimes. These cameras all jumble around. It gets my head already jumbled. So if you're doing gas, Teresa is going to
Okay.
stay in the van or the car?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll start with her. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So who do you want me to connect to, hun?
My grandma.
Got it. Aw, there's so much love. She's like literally just put the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody with health and stress issues. But again, she takes it off, which is like, you're good. It's going to be good. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It almost feels like you had a cancer diagnosis or some kind of big scare recently. You understand that?
Yeah, that was my doctor's appointment. I'm almost 4 years cancer free.
I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Good job. And you just got news today that it's not back?
It's not back, and I don't have to see him for another year. So I used to go every 6 months, and he said I don't have to come back until a year.
I love that. And as you're walking into the doctor's, all I hear is every little thing's gonna be all right. She wanted you to know that she was walking in there with you. All right, honey, let's do this. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, she's so grateful, I'll tell you that. She just kissed Claudia's cheek and said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if she dragged you here or what the heck, but she's so grateful that she's got you here. She jumped up and down and is showing me the body scan, which is more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. And she's like literally jumping up and down, which is my symbol for I have free mobility. You hear that plane? Or no, that's a car. Emphasis. It's like when you hear a ding, a bing, something like that, it's emphasizing whatever you just said, like an exclamation point on what you just said. And as she's showing me mobility and speed, I thought it was a plane. It's a jet. Or I mean, it's a sports car revving itself out there. It's like, I'm back. I got so much energy. I'm good. I'm not stuck in that physical body anymore. It feels like that went on for some time, she's showing me, and I got a bit of a pain in my back, right down my hips. I don't know if this is sciatica, or was she in a wheelchair for a bit?
She
Or
was for quite a while.
got ya? Because she's like
Yeah.
showing me it's gone. She's like, honey, I'm speeding all over the place now.
Good.
She's been with you every step of this way. She showed me going back in time as well. Did she pass after you were diagnosed?
No, way before, I don't even know how many years ago. I was living here. I live in Medicine Hat, so I
Oh.
never got home to the funeral.
Let me tell you something. She's going back. First of all, when you said that, she goes, "Doesn't matter. I was with you. You didn't have to be there. I was with you because in spirit I can be in all places at the same time." But here's the thing: when they show me that they're going back in time, there's a reason. It means they missed something that they wanted to go back and see. Because on that side, they have access to all of time, the past, the present, the future. They can go back and visit any moment they want. She's going back to your past. She's revisiting all these events that she feels like she didn't get to visit. And some of them that she did get to be part of that she wants to visit again. Like she's reliving all of this. And she says, tell her I went back to the past and I have not missed a single thing in her life. Was she a distance or space, like she was lived a distance or space away from you?
She did, yeah. She lived in Ontario and I moved to Alberta.
Not no
So
more.
quite a bit.
Now she's like, and when you said the thing about the funeral, she's like, you need to understand that you can't, spirit can be in all places at the same time. They're not separated by physicality like the physical body is. It's like when your neighbor puts a steak on the barbecue, you're not there to see it, touch it, smell it, nothing like that. But yet every single person for a 3 blocks radius is experiencing that steak. Spirit is
Yeah.
kind of like that. They're all places at the same time. Okay, Grandma, slow down, slow down, slow down. She's just so excited you're here. Like she's like, finally, finally, finally. It's almost like I don't know if she's been trying to get you to go see someone, if you've had the idea to like go see someone and to connect with her.
Claudia has tried many times, but I never wanted to. But I was talking to Claudia through text or today, I can't remember exactly, and I said I would do it with her today. I don't know why. I just had to do it today.
Because that's your grandma. You understand that there is no such thing as death, honey. I know that we're taught that she's gone, but I want you to understand that she's just invisible. She doesn't have a meat suit anymore to communicate with you with speech. She uses energy. She's pure high vibrating energy. You can't see it with your physical eyes, but I promise you it's right there. When you think of your grandma, I want you to think of a sunbeam going through your window. Okay. Now, when you got that sunbeam going through your window, you see all the particles of dust dancing through that sunbeam, don't you? Now, if that
Yes,
sunbeam isn't there, you don't see the dust, right? Does
right.
that mean the dust isn't there?
No,
Dust
it's
is
there.
there. It's just that you can't see it with your physical eyes because your physical eyes can only pick up a certain spectrum of light. Your grandmother is like that dust. She's right in front of you. You can't see her with your physical eyes, but your heart can feel her. The reason why you said okay today is because you heard her talking to you. She sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. You heard her and you felt her. That is her voice now. That is her. It's subtle, I know. It's a little different than her voice here when she was in the physical, but it is her. And I can't know that Claudia's tried to bring you here many times. I can't know that. I've never met you before. I didn't even know how to pronounce your name. But
That's
she
okay.
knows. She
She knows.
knows. You understand? She knows. So she's like, when you connect with me, she's like, yes, finally, I feel like I won the lottery. First thing she said is, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been trying to get her here. Because she doesn't want to be apart from you anymore. And she knows that you feel guilty about not getting there to that funeral. And she's like, stop that. I didn't want you to see me like that anyway. I'm alive, baby. She's playing the game or playing the song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. It's the second time I've heard that song today. It's funny because yesterday I talked gardens. She's talking gardens. She's thanking you for something you planted. There's something planted or something in a garden. She's like, that's mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's me. I feel honored.
Um, I'm not sure. My husband does the gardening.
Feels like there's now when you say my husband does the gardening, I see like a gnome or something. I don't know what this is. Do you have some of her garden stuff or do you have some like
I bought 2 small red gnomes last year and I don't even like them.
yeah, that's important. Do you want to
So
know why? Because what did she just say before this? That you hear her voice. You just don't always understand when you hear her voice. Did Grandma like to garden?
She did.
So when you're out and about, she's like, get that, get it, 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 get it. And you're like, okay, I'm getting this. I don't know why I'm getting this. I don't even like it. It's because your grandma's battering you in the head. She's like, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. And you're hearing
Don't
her.
worry about
She
it.
loves that. She's like, put them in your garden because then you're going to think of me when you see them. And every time you go see those creepy little gnomes, yeah, my grandma made me buy them. And then you're going to remember that she's still here. She's not dead because she brought those in spirit. She just said that she lines you up with people in a crowd that kind of remind you of her, that make you think of her. When you're out shopping or something, you'll see somebody in a wheelchair and a walker going really slow. It's like, oh my gosh, it's out, like being out with grandma. Reminds me of my
Probably,
grandma.
probably deep down.
They do that when they want you to know they're with you because it is literally impossible for you to think of somebody that's not here. So every time you're thinking about your grandma, she's right in front of you. It's every time there's a sunbeam shining in, you can see the dust all around because it's there. When you're thinking about your grandma, it's because she's here. You can't think about something that's not there. You can't see dust that's not there. It's there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can tell you two things that she's made very clear so far. She likes to shop and she likes gardening. They live
Yep.
vicariously through you. She just said, we're giving you a car next. It's a car. I know you're in Claudia's car, but do you need a car too? Do you have a license?
I don't drive, but my son, maybe.
You're like, I don't drive. She's like, well, it's about time. That's why I said, do you have a car? Do you have a license? Because I saw her give you both. She's like, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is your son like 18 now?
Uh, in 9 days.
Okay. See, I can't know that either. She just said, well, he's 18. Please know she's with you. She so loves you. She's so proud of you as a mom. She's watching him grow up. Does he have a connection with the uniform? Is he going to be a cop? Like what? Why is she saluting him?
I don't know. Trades, maybe mechanic he wants to be.
Ah, that's a uniform in its own right. He's very good at what he does. Your grandma just said he's very good at what he does.
He is.
And so this is a sign of respect. And oh, I love what she just did. She's respecting the uniform, which is a hardworking blue collar man. She likes that. You raised him good, she said. But is there two kids?
Yes.
Because I said you raised him good. She said them, and then she showed me two. So that either
Yeah.
means you have two kids or you have two other kids.
I have 2 kids. I have another one, a daughter.
She doesn't want me to leave her out. I see this named after or just like, is she named after you or just like you? Or is this named after grandma or just like grandma? Because this is my sign for named after just like.
Um, my mom, partial, and the other grandma that passed away.
Oh, so she's bringing the other grandma through as well. She's like, see, I'm not selfish. I'll share. Did the other grandma speak a different language? She's either speaking really fast or she has an accent or she, like, I'm hearing another accent or a language over there.
No.
You say no, I beg to differ. Is this dad's side?
Yes. My husband's side. Dad's
Oh,
side.
your husband's side.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's hanging out with her mom on the other side and they are speaking another language or they have an accent.
Ontario, maybe? We
I
have a
wonder
bit of
if they're
different.
French. I wonder if they have French over there. Ontario's full of French.
I am part French.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm hearing an accent. I'm hearing it. They don't change the message just because I don't understand it. They just make it fit. That lady? okay, show me, slow down. These two women know each other quite well. They have the handshake, there's a warm greeting, and they have the heart going between the two of them, which is healing and reconnection. Healing and reconnection. There's a lot. What? It's funny. I said they must be reconnecting and friend like knowing each other really well over there because I'm seeing the handshake, and they looked at me with three eyes, and so did you, which is because this means multiple things sometimes. And so, did they never know each other? Because I only see the
No.
handshake for three reasons. I see it either if they've never met before and they're greeting for the first time, or if they're making peace on the other side, or they haven't seen each other in a very long time. What threw me is that they're so friendly on the other side, and they have that heart going around them, healing, reconnection, and they feel like best friends over there. So, did they never meet?
I think maybe once or twice.
See, it matches the handshake. And they have reconnected over there, even though I see like they lived apart distances as well. And one feels like she was quite older than the other one by like 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe t 10 years, maybe. I don't know the exact birthdays, but
See, that's
about,
okay.
yeah.
They'll give you some messages like this that you can't really confirm right now, so that when you go and you ask your mom and your dad about this, they'll be like, yeah, how do you know that? Grandma told me. She she's thanking you for naming your daughter after her. She's been watching over you. Did she die like long time ago? Very long time ago? Because she's
Not,
taken me way back.
I want to say 10, maybe, maybe
Quite some,
longer. I really don't
quite,
pay attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, So she's showing me she's been there way longer than the other grandma was there.
Yes.
And she passed a lot quicker, suddenly, unexpectedly, traumatically. Like it feels like just she snaps her fingers. She's like, I was out of the body so fast I didn't feel a thing.
Good.
She doesn't show me how though. I just saw, I felt impact. So that to me is either heart or accident or something, like I was just out of the body. How did she pass?
Oh, she was in a home and I know she wasn't well. And my dad said she wanted to stop eating and taking her meds.
Got you. So that's why that kind of message would be very important for your dad, because he might think she suffered. That sounds like a suffering energy. She said, honey, I took one breath and I popped out of that frickin' body so fast I didn't suffer. I didn't feel a damn thing. She loves where she's laid to rest. She's like, I'm seeing gratitude and it's so beautiful. Is she, it's funny. I see sometimes they trick me. People today have all these different things that they do for graves. I see the tombstone, which is my symbol for how or where I'm laid to rest, but I see the cremation urn, so I don't know if she was cremated and we buried some of the ashes, or if it means that she's buried and somebody is cremated with her. I'm not exactly how to understand that.
She's beside my grandpa in the plot.
And is one buried and one cremated?
No, I think they're both buried.
I think what's going on is that somebody wants to be there with them, so they'll answer questions, and I don't know the question. I'm just telling you the answer, but I don't know the question. The question is, we can put the ashes with them. If your mom's been wondering, or your dad, whichever, this is dad's parents, isn't it?
Yeah.
If dad's been wondering where are we going to lay me to rest, grandma's like, there's lots of room here, dear. Just burn them and stick the ashes with us. He can be with us. Because they hear the conversations. I'm not sure what that conversation is about, but she hears what's going on. And then she put the white blanket around dad's shoulders too. Is your dad still here in the physical world?
Yes.
There's been some health or stress challenges there as well.
Yes. Um, he had kidney cancer about 25 years ago and still struggles. with one kidney.
So the most important thing that you need to know about cancer, because I had cancer and I cured myself of it, is that it feeds on sugar, first and foremost. It feeds on sugar. So when you have cancer, your sugar cravings go absolutely batshit crazy, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do, and they still go batshit crazy.
Because
And they never.
cancer feeds on sugar. I want you to understand that that sugar craving can go away. You just got to kill it. You have to starve it to death. That what we think is a craving is actually a parasite. And what's going on is that parasite excretes toxins that make you crave that which is their food, which is sugar. When they're hungry, when they're starving to death, they will give you a big ass sugar craving. But that sugar craving, I want you to understand, comes like a contraction, comes in waves. You just got to let that wave go and it will pass. And what's going to happen is if you resist that sugar craving and you allow yourself to have no sugar for 2 weeks, those parasites die and you will never experience a sugar craving like that again, ever. As long as you don't feed those parasites, then they die. And you'll still crave a sweet here and there, but I'm telling you, you'll be able to walk past the brownies, the cakes, the whatever. I'm a sucker for a good pastry, and I don't even crave them at all anymore. In fact, I look at it and I go, ugh, because I know it's going to make me sick. That, and I would say eat and give this to your dad. Tell him to eat a lot of frozen grated lemon peel. Frozen grated lemon peel is 500 times more effective at treating cancer than chemotherapy ever could be. You want to keep your body in an alkaline pH state. Now you're going to have to go back and Google all this when we're done because you're not going to remember all this, but I will post the video. Cancer cannot survive in an alkaline pH state. And so you control your pH acidity by the food that you eat. Food is medicine. The cancer is in the food nowadays. It's in the sugar and it's in the processed food. So if you're careful about what you put in your body, it's not about weight. It's about keeping yourself healthy and alive. And if you start craving sugar again, then you know that you have parasites and you have to kill them. And the only way to kill those parasites, I shouldn't say the only way, but the fastest way to kill those parasites is to do a fast. Work your way up to being able to do a couple of fasts or a complete no sugar diet for a couple of weeks to kill that off. They will die. They will starve to death. They can't live more than 2 weeks without sugar. And you'll just poop them out and they'll be gone. And you will be freaking amazed at how easy it is to like not even crave sugar anymore. It's kind of like if you are eating fast food all the time, you crave it so bad. But then when you stop eating fast food for a while, you don't even want it anymore. And in fact, when you eat it, it makes you sick. That will happen with sugar. But you have to give yourself 2 weeks. You have to purge yourself for 2 weeks and then that will die off. If you can do that with you and your dad, I don't see him going anywhere. Not anytime soon.
He actually told me a couple months ago he stopped eating cookies and buying junk food.
Good. Your grandma's already working on them. Doesn't surprise me. Your grandmas are loud and they know you can't hear them. They know, well, no, they know you can hear them, but you think it's your own thoughts. When you said that, she's like, I know, that's me in his head. You know that the only way he's going to agree to do something is if he thinks it's his idea. So don't tell him it's me saying it. He's just thinking that all himself. That's him saying that. Yeah. Grandma knows
Yeah,
what he
so
means.
yeah.
Oh, she loves you so much. You guys are going to be okay. You see why I'm hearing that? Every little thing's going to be okay. I think that's why you've been seeing the birds. She's showing me the birds all around you. Do you understand the birds?
Lots of birds. Lots of birds.
Birds symbolize freedom. They symbolize that a connection with the angels and protection because they're feathers and angels have feathers. So it's the symbol of protection. And I do this because birds are up here. They symbolize that they're flying over us and they're viewing everything that we're doing. They're with us and they see everything. And that's what they said. Not just one grandma, but 2. Aw. Please know how much they love you. They're pulling their energy back and gave you lilacs.
Oh my God, yeah. That's her flower. Now I know.
I promise you they're still with you. You just keep talking to them and following the breadcrumbs, and they will guide you wherever you want them to go. They can't choose for you, but if you tell them where you want to go, they will guide you right there. All right, she's pulling her energy back. I hope that was helpful.
It was actually.
Good. I know sometimes people are scared to come and talk to somebody like me, but after they do, usually they feel lighter and better. So I hope so.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Is Claudia done filling up the gas tank? I'm like,
Oh yeah, she's right here.
perfect. Because her mom's over there going, my turn, my turn, my turn, my turn, my turn, my turn, my turn. You ready, Claudia?
Yes, I am.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Wow, okay. Your mom was sick for a while, hey?
Yes.
Because right away she started playing the song Fighter by Christina Aguilera. She showed me, did she have cancer? Like, did she lose all her hair?
No, she had all the hair, but she had dementia, Alzheimer's.
Ah, okay, because she took me to the head and she showed me it's all back, it's all back, it's all back. I thought she meant her hair. I
Nope,
think she's
opposite.
meaning her memory.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the thing though, she's coming through I just got it. She was telling me, because she's only been gone for 12 days, you said? I was
Two, Sunday.
2 days?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I was confused because she's like, I've been practicing for this. I've been so practicing for this. And I'm like, how can you be practicing? You haven't been there very long. She was in dementia and Alzheimer's. She was practicing communicating back and forth for a while because she showed me the holding of the hand, which is my symbol for somebody being with her when she passed. She showed me how comfortable she was before she passed. Like she's making me feel like her blankets were cashmere or something. Like what she's emphasizing is that I could not be more comfortable if they tried. I was comfortable. Make sure she knows I was comfortable, okay? Like you took extra effort to make sure she was comfortable. But she's got a list of
Yeah.
things. That makes sense why she's got a list of things to say. You told her things to say. You told her to come through. Like you did a lot of talking to her about this, she said. She was practicing. She heard everything you
Yeah.
said. I heard what you said. I came with my list of things that I wanted to talk about. She's gone back and visited your wedding in spirit. She's like, oh my
Perfect.
God, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. How do you not remember? Did you just get married like a year ago? Within the last year or two?
Yeah. 23 September.
And either she was there physically, but not so much mentally, or she wasn't even there physically or mentally, but she went back and visited in spirit.
Yes. Yeah, she did tell me I was beautiful that day, so that was perfect. But I'm happy she got to visit it clear-headed.
Not just beautiful, honey. She's showing me that she couldn't communicate something about your dress, and she was so frustrated with herself that she couldn't communicate that. Because there was something about your
Oh,
dress that she shows me her weeping and crying and just how beautiful you were. And there's something special about this dress that I just feel like
probably I had 2,500 beads sewn on it by hand that were teal in color like the ocean.
she was so impressed, sweetie. She could not articulate just how impressed she was. It's funny, when you said the ocean, she showed me dolphins.
Okay.
Do you have a dolphin tattoo?
No. Do I need to get one?
I don't, well, no, you don't have to. They'll never tell you what to do, but I'm seeing like a dolphin and it feels like it's like I know. Have you been thinking about you? That's exactly. She's like, what do you mean don't do it? Listen, this is my hour, not yours. You tell me what to say, or I tell you what to say. They are responding to questions you've asked that I don't even know what you've asked. Have you been thinking about what kind of tattoo to get for mom?
I would love to. I just need to test to make sure I'm not allergic to the ink anymore. Because when I was younger, I tried to get a tattoo and ended up with a really bad reaction. So I just need to find someone that's willing to work with me, and I would get a memorial tattoo for sure.
That is something you've been thinking about?
Yes, for a long time.
See, I can't know that. She knows that. So when she tells me, just shut up and tell her what I tell you to say. I know what I need her to say. And I think the reason why she's choosing dolphins is because they're free and they're swimming through the water, and they are the smartest mammal known to man. She doesn't want to be in that confused state anymore. She's so not in that confused state. She's very excited. She's singing, "It's my party and I'll cry if I want to." You know that song? It's an old 50s music or something. So her celebration of life is coming up. It feels like within a week or two. She said, it's okay if we have to put it off a bit. It's okay if we have to stretch it a bit. It's okay.
Okay. Like I'm having two, one in Nova Scotia, and we'll do one here too when she comes back with me.
So I love that. So what she's saying is she knows that you're not going to be going all the way out there for the funeral, for that funeral, but you'll be coming here as well. Because she's like, it's fine. We can wait. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But she's definitely, so no wonder she's excited. It's my party. She's laughing about how that song is so appropriate because everyone's going to be crying. But she's like, but it's a party.
Yep.
It'll be a lot smaller here, but there is still a group of family here in Calgary, isn't there? Because I see
Yeah.
like 5, 10, at least, maybe 15 people that would be
Yeah.
attending here in Calgary.
Extension of friends and family for sure.
She's thanking you for doing that. She's so relieved to be on the other side, honey. And the fact that you're here 2 days after she passed and in such good spirits is proof that you know her soul is free. And she's
Yeah.
so excited to be able to communicate with you now. Have you been finding, you're going to be surrounded in signs. Your mom has been waiting years. It feels like she's been in this state for like a year or two at least. She's been
Yeah,
waiting to
we're
communicate.
over 10 years now. So
She's giving you dimes and nickels and change, like she's throwing them all over you. Have you been finding those all over the place recently?
yeah.
She's telling me to look up in the sky. Oh. I don't know if you guys were watching the eclipse yesterday or something, but she's like, look up, look up, look up. And I'm like, what am I looking at? She's like, I saw that too. I didn't miss that either. She's like, I feel like that's what she's talking about yesterday. Or
My
you're getting signs in the sky. What?
It's birds. I knew mom was coming as soon as Teresa ended with birds. We were starting with mom. Uh, I knew it was birds. I was like, even Tyler, my husband's like, do you notice all these birds the last like week? And I was like, yeah, something's coming. I just didn't know what it was. So
And it also goes for you and your friends. So the last week you've been you seeing all the birds. The song, Bob Marley, Three Little Birds, says every little thing is going to be all right. You've been seeing those birds before mom passed, during her passing, and after her passing as a message from your grandparents as well, because her mom's on the other side as well, isn't she?
my dad's mom is. Her mom is in the dementia state though, so she could be partially there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad's mom was like, hey, I thought you were bringing me through too. And she's very close with your mom. I'll tell you that. She loves your mom a lot. I saw that heart going around and I saw the embrace with love and compassion.
Yeah, they were close here in the physical world too.
I can tell. Sometimes the mother-in-law will come through and you can feel, but not in this case. Just so grateful to be on that side. She gave you chalk. Do you have
Okay.
children?
I have a 5-month-old.
Oh, I love him. I love him. Is it a boy?
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Oh my God, I love him. I love him. I love him. She's giving me chalk. I'm seeing sidewalk chalk. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Like drawing pictures on the sidewalk and stuff. And
We will do that.
she gave you
We
a
can.
stroller.
Okay. We go
She's
for lots of walks.
She's really excited about spring. It's like your first child, it feels like that this is her opportunity. See, it's funny. Sometimes people will stay in a state of dementia and Alzheimer's for years because they don't want to miss anything and they feel like they're trying to hold on. But then something like this will happen and a baby is born and they somehow get it that they can't, like your wedding, it's like I can't be there, I can't communicate the way that I want to. The only way I'm going to be able to enjoy being grandma to that baby is if I exit the physical body and I'm right there. She's giving you all new stuff though. Like you got a new crib, you got a new stroller, like she's upgrading your baby stuff. Why is she doing that? Did you just buy new stuff?
No, not yet, but maybe it's for the next one.
Are you
It's not there
pregnant?
yet. Not, no, not yet. Last time we spoke, you said wait till at least a year because this little boy needs me for a year before we take some attention. So I'm waiting until the year. I took the advice that I got last time.
I got ya, but they're still going to be in cribs probably together because I see these babies coming close together. What your mom wants you to know is she couldn't help you with that stuff before she passed, but but now that she's on that side, you ask her and she will deliver it so that when you have this next baby as well, that you'll feel her presence in that as well. Does that make sense? Oh, did you lose me there?
I don't think so.
Did you understand some of that or were you frozen?
Oh, yeah. No, I was there. I understand all of that.
Awesome. She's not missing a thing, honey, and she's so thanking you for remembering her. Just even a couple of days after I don't want to use the word past because she's like, I'm never going to be gone. I love this. She's like,
Nope,
I wasn't even dead 2 days. Haha, you can't keep me gone. Your mom really did not want to leave you. You understand that? That's why she
I
stayed
did.
here for so long.
Yeah,
Now she's wishing on the other side that she would have let go some time ago so that she could have been with you even better. Because in the physical body, she was separated from you and she just feels so relieved to be reconnected with you. And she's like
yeah.
enjoying
I
getting to know
feel
your
the
friend's grandma. Huh? What did you say, hun? Oh, it's frozen.
same, everyone. What about now?
Say that one more time. You were frozen.
I feel the same. I've been telling husband and Teresa, I'm like, I just can't wait for this next chapter. We're going to be more connected than we have been in 10 years. It's awesome. As hard as it is doing the physical world leaving stuff, this is the next chapter and I can't wait. That's why I was so excited for today.
So was she. Aw, she's pulling her energy back, honey. One last thing though, as she pulls her energy back, she showed me like something being shipped back with her. Is she coming back cremated?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're putting her jewelry in with that or something else. There's something else in with the urn. It's not just the urn with her ashes. There's something else in it.
Huh. I'll have to look when I see her tomorrow. I don't know if I didn't think she had jewelry on. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if they have. It's funny that you say I didn't think she had jewelry on because I'm seeing like some type of jewelry, but I didn't say jewelry. You did. I said they're going to ship something with her. See, I don't know much about cremation. I do this work, but I talk to them when they're already past that process, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works, but I do know that she's showing me there will be something else with the urn, something of hers. And I thought it was jewelry, and then you confirmed it when you said that. So either
Maybe.
that means that there's going to be a piece of jewelry with the urn, or if you ask for a piece of the jewelry, it will be sent to you. Because either way, she's sending you the jewelry and the urn. Does that make sense?
It does. I bet you I know what I have to do. I just had the funeral director appointment this morning and they offered a thumbprint scan, which I said yes, but to make that into necklace, I bet you that. Don't wait for it, just do it.
Just do it.
Got it. Yeah, I got it. Because I was gonna wait for it and make a decision later. I'll just pick it out when I get home. That's fine.
She's putting it with the urn.
Okay. Order it now. Got it.
Awesome. Okay, she's pulling her energy back. It's funny. As she does, she's like, let the games begin. Oh, have a
Amazing.
fun summer.
Well, we'll check in again. Don't you worry.
Awesome. All right. Pulling their energy back, and I'm coming to my girls. Um, Hold on a second. I just got a message from somebody, but I'm trying to ignore that. Okay. How are you guys doing? I already know who your loved ones are on the other side, you guys. So, what's your focus today? What's your focus?
You're talking to us, right?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't really have a focus. Other than maybe like grandma giving me some like advice because I still haven't told dad yet that I'm moving. I'm
You know
so
why?
afraid
Because
to.
I'll tell you why, because you keep visualizing that conversation going bad.
Yeah, because you don't understand though, like he's so difficult.
I do. I do get it. I met your dad.
Yeah, but you haven't seen.
I know. But here's the thing. No, you heard what I said to you. I don't think you understood it when you messaged me that. If somebody gives you a gift and you do not take it,
No, I know they're stuck with it. I know.
so what I'm trying to say is that if somebody is blasting you with anger and negativity, let's look at what happened with me around my birthday, right?
Mhm.
What did I do? I didn't ignore it. I got up, I prayed about it. I covered myself with the blood of Jesus and protection in whatever way I had to, right? I enlisted more people to help me pray and get it out there. And then I gave gratitude for how grateful I was and how safe I was and how protected I was. And I talk about how all the weapons formed against me get turned into blessings for me. You see what I'm saying? I don't sit here and worry. Have you heard me since that day sit here and talk about how afraid I am that if I keep doing this work, they're going to attack me? You know what? They're going to attack me because I saw that, they have sent trolls my way. I saw the glitches. I saw them shut me down. I saw them create all this shit. They're going to attack me. I can't do this work because they're going to attack me. Do you see me talking in that way?
No.
It would do me no good to do that. And it would mean that nobody gets readings and I can't operate in that energy, right? Neither can you. It doesn't matter what he says to you or what he's doing. What you have to understand is it can't affect you unless you let it. If I come up to you, I'm going to say this to you. You're going to go and a gar and a gaff and a gap and a gig.
What?
Does that hurt your feelings?
No.
Why not? You're laughing. In fact, you think it's funny. You know what I just did? I said I called you a fat pig in the language called unig. It's a secret language. And you're not. I just said that to prove a point. You're not a fat pig. You're a
Well,
beautiful young lady, very much so. But let me finish this. When I was a kid, I was an abused kid. So we created a secret language called unig. And I can still speak it fluently to this day. And we created this secret language so that our parents couldn't understand us. So what I'm trying to say is if I speak this secret language to you and I say the meanest words, which are not true, but if I say the meanest words, you
uh-huh.
don't understand them, do they affect you?
No.
They fall to the floor and crumble, and in fact, you're going to laugh and think I'm just funny.
Uh-huh.
When your dad starts beaking, I want you to hear Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. It's funny. You're gonna laugh, and he's like, "What are you freaking laughing about?" And you're like, "Well, you're just proving why I have to leave. Thank you." When you want to be nice, Dad will come and give you a hug, but you're like hugging a cactus right now, like fun, you know? You see what I mean? You don't have to let it get you in a tizzy. You don't have to let it affect you. You're choosing to let it affect you based on past behavior. But if you constantly make your choices and decisions based on what happened in the past, then you're going to take the past and put it in your future. You don't want that. Breathe. You're protected. You cannot stop people from throwing shit at you every once in a while. Your job is to recognize it, protect yourself, gather the tools and supports you need in place, and then take the steps you need to take so that they can't fling no more at you.
And we are. That's why we're leaving.
Then stop being afraid of it. Understand this. I would say this to you. The reason why I think you have a fear is because you're trying to figure out the best time to tell him. Why would you do
Yeah.
that to yourself? You don't know that. Listen to me. Trying to figure out the best time to tell him is like being in a giant third dimensional corn maze and trying to look at each and every corridor from this corn maze and go, okay, which one leads to the end? I don't know. You feel the anxiety that you're going to get when you don't know which door to go through? But what about you have Timmy up here going, Mom, what the frick are you worrying about? I'm going to tell you which corridor to go through. I'm up here. I can see the whole maze. Your job is to guard your heart. Your heart's going to tell you when the right moment is. You're going to feel it. You're going to know it. Everything's going to make sense. And if your heart doesn't feel that this is the time to say it, it's not the right time. It's that easy. Has Timmy let you down yet?
No.
He can see things you can't see. Your job is to tell him, is to say things like this. Instead of allowing yourself to visualize it going bad based on all the bad behavior and everything you've seen before, you have to practice controlling your thought, which means you discipline yourself for 5 minutes a day to sit down and visualize Dad taking it well. I don't care what you think he's going to do. I want you to visualize him throwing you a party and telling him how proud he is of you and being absolutely ecstatic and off the wall for you. I want you to visualize that going that way. I want you to visualize it going the way that you want it to go. And I want you to do that every single day. Have you done that yet?
I have sort of half and half. But I can do that because I visualize my day going good every day.
Exactly. You've just got to visualize things, this conversation, this tough conversation with Dad going well as well. Stop using the past to create the future. You don't want that future. You want a new future, a brand new future. So you got to visualize it going the way that you want it to go because your visualizations are creating your future. And next time he's talking, I want you to remember Unig. I'll teach it to you if you want. You say Unig after every vowel sound. So your name is Krinagis Tanagin Naga. And that's Anagay Minagi. And again, Tanagai Kanagan Tanagak Lanagai Kithanagis and Agal Danagay Lanagong. Isn't that bizarre? I just said your name is Christina and her name is Amy, and I can talk like this all day long.
Well, I can't.
Next time Dad is talking, that's what I want you to hear. And you're just going to start laughing and you're going to walk away.
Well, see, I don't hear that, but I have been like kind of ignoring him. I don't hear half the things he says anymore, to be honest.
When the things that he's saying is nice and comforting and loving, then you
But
can
then
let them
that I
in.
hear, but when it's
That's what
all
I'm
that,
saying. This is called fine-tuning boundaries, honey. You understand? That you're growing up in a family that doesn't have great boundaries. Not all of us are taught boundaries. Me, especially when I first learned boundaries, I'm telling you, I was thirsty for them. In this one of the shelters that I lived in many years ago, they had this 3-hour tape of these two pastors that stood up and talked about boundaries, a 3-hour documentary thing. I watched that tape 20 frickin' times because nobody ever taught me that I was allowed to put up boundaries to keep myself safe. If you don't understand boundaries, then you think things like, well, he's my dad, I have to take it. No, you don't. Boundaries, which mean that you get to be safe and you don't have to take it. So what you're doing right now is you're just practicing boundaries, because if you have good boundaries, you don't have to worry about who's bad around you. You just know, you trust yourself that you have the ability to deal with whatever situation comes your way because you have good boundaries. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
This is going to go better than you think it's going to go. But you have to discipline yourself to visualize it that way. And every single time you start seeing in your head, you're hearing him yell at you, you're visualizing that conversation. It's almost like a daydream that plays in your head, right?
Mhm.
Where's your elastic? I know we've had this conversation before.
It's right here.
You snap that, and then what do? Every time you visualize it going bad, you snap that thing, and then you sit down and you visualize it going good for 1 minute. I don't care if you're driving. I don't care where you are. You can do 1 minute, can't you?
Yeah.
You visualize it going good for 1 minute and you say, thank you, Christina. I'm proud of you for changing your direction. We're moving forward, not back. Every time you think about that conversation in a bad way, you snap it, you stop, you visualize it going well for 1 minute, and then you give yourself kudos. You got to talk to yourself. You got to say, I am so proud of you, girl. You got this. We got this. We are moving to a new future, not the old one. And you just did it. I'm so freaking proud of you. And what that's going to do is you're going to start getting good feelings. Every time you start visualizing dad arguing with you, you're going to be like, that makes me feel good now because now I can switch it like that. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go better than you expect. Remember, he's there. They're all there. But you got to tell them what you need and they will line it up for you. Aw, okay. He comes over to Amy, but he jumps over to you, he kissed your cheek, and he's showing me a toy car or a toy. I know he likes Paw Patrol and stuff, but I'm seeing like a little car. Either somebody was just playing with a little car, or you still have his little car. There's something about a little car.
When we were at my friend's house, her son he has a little car. So
He was playing with it a lot. I'm telling you, Timmy was right there playing with him. I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
what's with the cars? Because I know he likes Paw Patrol. He usually shows me Paw Patrol. This time he's showing me playing on the floor with cars. That's why I'm doing this, because he's moving them all around and playing with the cars. So when you went to your friend's house, he was there with you. Loved that sleepover, just saying. Loved that sleepover.
Oh, there was things that you can tell that Timmy hangs out with him because Trenton does the same things Timmy would do. Like
That's
when he
because
gets
Timmy was right there with
wants,
him.
yeah. I'm like, he's acting just like him. I'm like, I'm telling you there. And actually at one point I was like, he's playing with him right now. You can just tell.
I'm glad you know that. He's like, see, Mom, that's why I brought it up, because you were right. They will validate something like that. When you say, I know that's him, then when you connect with me, he's like, yeah, it was. Make sure she knows that was me. She said that was me. She knew that was me. That was me.
Now last night the kitchen light, Boo um called me when I was at work, but I was on my way home. But he called and said the kitchen light's out, just so you know. I said, well, I think your brother hit it with I think he shut the light off with the remote. I'll check when I get home. And the light was off with the remote. Was that him too?
Yeah, they will manipulate energy any way that they can manipulate energy to let you know that they were there. And it's usually symbolic. And it's very symbolic. If you look at what's going on in your life right now, you're looking at the situation of moving out as it's lights out. Like, dad's not going to take this well. Darkness. You see what I'm saying? When what is he saying? It's not going to go that way. I am the light. I will help it go light. You just got to come home and press a button and we will find another way. If you can't turn it this way, we will create light another way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But you got to
Yeah, but
switch.
like I know that us moving is gonna do good for us. But I just feel like it is gonna be like lights out here because he was doing good for like a couple days of positivity, and then that's why I told you, like, I've been just doing Charlie
But you
Brown.
understand. See, what you're not understanding is that he can't go from where he is to positivity until he falls flat on his face. You
Yeah.
can't change what you don't acknowledge. So long as you are worrying about him having that fall or that blackness, You understand? He needs that or he never gets better.
Oh no, and he's gonna get to that point, like, cause we could start moving Saturday, but I'm gonna work Saturday and ask them to let me have Monday off and then start moving Sunday, so. The days are ticking and I can't wait. We need this.
Exactly. Dark to light. You understand? The symbolic reference of dark to light.
Mm-hmm.
But don't feel bad about the dark. Understand. Do you feel bad when you plant a carrot seed? You just smash that carrot seed under a bunch of dirt and planted it in the darkest of darkest and cold and lonely places. And yet that carrot is going to sprout up into a beautiful vegetable. Think about
Mm-hmm.
your dad as like that carrot seed. He's got to be planted in a real dark place before he's ever going to be able to see the light. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. And sometimes God has to trip you so you fall flat on your face so that you will acknowledge that maybe tying my shoes is a good idea.
Yeah.
So this is just about you changing your mindset and getting disciplined in visualizing how you want it to go. And it's getting control of this. Your mind is your steering wheel, okay? And so you've got to get used to controlling it, because if you are allowing it to go like this on things that you don't want to happen, then you're going to feel scared. You're going to feel fear. When your brain is thinking about things going in the wrong way, it hurts your heart. Your heart is your compass. But when you're thinking about things going the right way, then it feels good. It feels free. It feels relief. That's the right direction. This is about teaching you how to control your brain in this situation so that you can use it and direct yourself where you want to go in the future a lot easier. But
Mm-hmm.
it's baby steps, right? You're getting better at this. You've already begun to do this. Now they're giving you a tougher challenge. It just gets tougher every time. We think, well, I've mastered this. It's supposed to get easier. No, it's like the tests in kindergarten, and then you go all the way up to college. Do they get easier? But I know
Nope.
more. It should get easier. No, it gets freaking harder every time you go up a level. But it's so much more satisfying every time you complete a level, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more satisfying to complete a college course or a university course than it is to complete grade 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, he's pulling his energy back and going over to Auntie Amy, and wanting you to know that he's so funny. I see your little 2-year-old is in like a cheerleading costume. He's like, I'm your biggest cheerleader, Mom. He's so excited to go with you guys. He's so excited. And he's like, just keep thinking about that. But you guys get your own room, hey?
Well, Shree's gonna have the room basically because it's a 1 bedroom, but I'm gonna make the other room kind of like, well, my bed in there anyways. But
It's going to be more comfy
I'm
than
gonna
you
make it
visualize it.
work. I'm making it work because it's only temporary.
Yeah. And I think you're going to be a lot more comfortable there in the way that you have it all set up and stuff. It just feels, listen, our home is our soft place to fall. And if you don't have a
Mm-hmm.
soft place to fall, then it's hard to ever feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, it's hard to create the life you want. Because if you're not safe, you're not creating, you're running. Think about a rabbit being chased by a predator. The rabbit's not sitting there thinking about, where do I lay my nest? Where am I going to have babies? No, the rabbit's like, get the frick out of Dodge. You know what I mean? So if you're not feeling safe, you can't create. So you have to have a space where you can feel safe.
Well, I think Timmy's like helping too because um my cousin messaged me today and asked if I had special curtains for Boo's room and I said no. She's like, "Well, the rug is blue and I have a pair of blue curtains." I said, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "I think Timmy's talking to you because and you're hearing him because his favorite color is blue."
Yeah. And as you're talking about this, he's playing the song in my head by Roy Orbison, Anything You Want. I think it's Roy Orbison. Anything You Want, You Got It. You ever heard that song? Because they love when you do that. You need something and you say, okay, Timmy, make it happen. Boom, it shows up. He gets, funky hair. He gets to be there with you, moving into your new house so that you will feel his presence in that house just as strongly as you do here.
Oh, and he's so smart. I was talking to mom the other day. Hang on, Amy, you can get read in 1 second. Um, about the bedding for him. And I was like, Mom, I'm gonna have to go on Amazon because Walmart does not have a queen size bedding set, and this boy needs a bedding set in queen size. So I went online and there was this really hot neon controller set one, and I was like, I gotta get it for him. I'm like, Sharif, you like this? He's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I said, yeah, I know. Your brother is only 3 over there, and he knows that they have the size and everything.
I love that. He's so excited to move to that house with you. So, before you move in, make sure so do you have the keys already?
No.
As soon as you get the keys, I want you to go in there and I want you to sage it.
Yep.
And then I want you to salt around the whole perimeter of it. Just sprinkle a little bit of salt and just bless it, your home, and fill it with love, light, and peace. And then you know for sure that space is clear and calm and safe. And I'm telling you, you're just going to enjoy that 6 months, 8 months, however long you're there. It doesn't feel like very long, but you're going to enjoy it. I'm telling you. I can't wait to do a reading in a few weeks or in a month or two when you're going to be in a completely different energy, because you're going to understand the importance of this journey even more than you do now.
Yeah, I already planned on saging. I was doing it once a week here, but I got sick of it.
I know, and then the crankies came back, didn't they?
Because yeah, but I kind of it did like ease off. So it really does work, but like it's just
Requires discipline,
it's just too
maintenance.
much. It's too much because he's just too negative. Like,
So it requires discipline and negative. So if you are in a dirty house and you spill stuff everywhere, it's constant cleaning. But if you go to a house like your new house where it's going to be clear and it's kept clean, you don't have to clean it up all the time. Do a sage and blessing once and it's good for a few months, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna have to do it every week, and I'm like, this is going to be too much.
Welcome.
I really thought it was gonna keep him from coming in the house.
That's so funny. No, it kept him positive for a bit there. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair here.
No, I did.
But see, I do that before every single reading that I do. Talk work.
Yeah, and you get a lot of smoke.
Yeah. And I don't smoke. Okay, I got to come over here to Amy. Here we go. I'm just running out of time. So, Amy, my friend, what's your focus today?
Sophia.
Sophia. Ooh, this is somebody new, isn't it? Because all of a sudden
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
my head started hurting.
Christina, you can mute yourself.
Ouch.
Okay, she understood the assignment. What was her name again?
Sophia.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Both feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. So I can tell you that this person is much younger than she should have been when she passed away. Definitely did not live till 80 or 90 like we would think of as a full life. I feel like I can't breathe. She immediately gave me this big tickle in my throat, and I have massive pain in my head. My ears start ringing. I just feel all this pressure. Slow this down, slow this down. I can feel the distorted energy around her and her passing because it feels like it's sudden unexpected. Like I feel like I know, like it feels like she is sick in some way. It could even be that she was in addiction for a long time. I don't know if that's what she means by sick because I can't breathe in the head thing here. I'm not exactly sure what she means by that. But what I do know is that immediately she's like, I'm so relieved to be on this side because I feel so much better now. Like once I exited the physical body, the pain was gone. How did she pass, and who is this to you?
So
I guess we considered each other cousins. I had a best friend when I was younger, and I was always with their family trips, and they were part of her family. She got hit by a car. She was only like, I want to say like 14. She was not old at all. 16, maybe 16. I could be wrong. She could be 16.
See, this is why the puzzle dump is so important, that they take me through their passing from their experience, because I can feel popped out of the body. Do you know what I mean? But I think she did. So when she got hit, I feel the pain in the head, but the last memory is like and then I just feel so relieved to pop out of the body, which is why I thought that maybe she had been sick for a while, because I feel that from people who've been sick for a while. But I think what that means is that she tried to stay, now knowing, understanding how she passed, is that she would have tried to stay here, but her body wasn't, and she didn't breathe, and so then bam, on the other side. She feels honored. She's like, thanks for thinking of me. Like, she's like, I've been over here for years, Tracy. They never asked for me before.
I didn't really go to anyone until I met you.
She's showing me the heart going around you and her family. So you said your friend is like a sister to you. So has it been a while since you've seen your friend? Because the heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection.
So I don't really see her anymore. I still see her stepmother. Occasionally we run into each other in the store and stuff. I was very close with her stepmom. I still talk to her today.
She's showing me healing and reconnection, because I do post these, so she'll be able to see these if you tell her. And she's like, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
They're very religious, and I don't know how much they believe in mediums. But I just wanted to make sure she's all good. It happened a long time ago.
I know that's what she said a long time ago, but I do not underestimate the power of spirit to get them here. It's funny. Did you hear what, I wonder if Leela Harris is still here. No, I think she's gone. Did you hear what she said earlier? No, maybe it was June. It was June, and June is still here. That in a reading that we said before, or we, not me, they said before she went on vacation, watch for the big fish. And then she's in a moment where she's like, oh, big fish. And she's talking about the little fish. And her son, who also didn't really watch, she wasn't even sure if he had watched it or not, because he didn't really believe in this. And he's like, oh, like you're reading the big fish. Do not underestimate the spirit's ability to line people up so that they can receive the message when they are meant to. I think she's working on you and your friend reconnecting, but you guys kind of, I see this. She went
Like
in
if we
a
see each
direction.
other, we don't not say hi.
It's not
That's very
a,
rare.
it's not like I hate you or anything. It's like we go apart, then we come back together, then we go apart, then we come back together. And I feel like this summer you guys are going to see each other again, because she's showing me that heart going around the two of you. She's so tickled pink that you asked her to be here today. It's funny. I feel like the reason why you did is because either you've been talking about her, she's right in front of you, she's trying to tell you to bring her up, she wanted her turn. I can hear it. Like there's a reason why she's here today, because
I think about her a lot, especially when I hear a certain song. I just think about her all the time. Like I didn't get to go to her service, but I got to watch it online. It was beautiful. Yeah, no, I hadn't seen them for a while when she had passed, and it broke my heart. She was like my fave.
it's not an accident in the order that these messages come through. They will align you right before you're going to run into somebody you haven't seen in a while. I'm telling you, there's something about reconnection and you and her being reconnected coming very soon.
I speak to her mother. Her mother has reached out to me with the whole Timmy situation, told me she's always around to talk and stuff, because she knows what it's like.
Yeah. She's like, I got him. He's so cute. Like she likes kids. She's playing with them. Aw. She likes your husband too, by the way. She likes that he makes you laugh. She
He
said
does.
she said you should see their relationship. They have such a good relationship. He's always making her laugh. And it's like that type of relationship where it's like, what, happy wife, happy life. He gets it. Just know she's with you. And when you're thinking about her, it's because she's there with you.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, my son's messaging me going, are you picking me up from the train? What the hell? All right, you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Again
you.
soon. Okay, bye.